it's not about offending. But and you know, I walked away and came back and thought that I would actually make a statement.
The statement I'm going to make is that let's get to the point of the Talmud. And I want to ask a question on the Talmud, because that particular book, you know, you admit that's a book that's studied through rabbinical priesthoods, correct? And your priesthood. I have a quote here, and I'm only going to do two quotes. You are familiar, and I hope you are, with Yevamot 49. Yevamot 49b, page 324, where it says Jesus was a bastard born of adultery. Is that not in the Talmud?
Well, it was, and then in the Christian countries, they took it out.
But
so you won't find it. I don't think you'll find it in the present-day Bible Talmud.
Well, what about where the people do not practice Christianity, like the majority of Israel? Would that be in the Talmuds that they're studying in Israel today, that Mary Christ was born of a bastard, he was a bastard child born of Mary? Is that in the Talmud? That's something that they learn today?
There might be a few volumes like that, yeah. They might have I don't know, they might have reprinted an original copy. But the Talmud I have doesn't have it in.
Well, do you believe that?
That what? Jesus?
That Jesus, the one you knew walked on water, that you claim that you claim studied the Talmud and the Kabbalah, even though there's no research to say such claims, to state such claims.
Well, you haven't seen the research.
Exactly. I would like to see the research that you're bringing. And as of yet, there was none. But what I want to ask is, do you believe...
Well, you don't want to find that. Because if you found that, and he's a Jew, then that will cause you problems, wouldn't it?
No. I'm asking you, do you believe that Christ is a bastard that was born of Mary, according to the Talmud?
Was Jesus born? Yeah, his mother was Miriam, and I think that's what happened. Yes, I think perhaps...
You believe that?
Could be, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another one where in the Sanhedrin 106a that says Mary was a whore, Jesus was an evil man.
Okay, so see, again...
I'm reading quotes strictly straight out of the Talmud.
Well, no. You're taking a quote from a quote, and you don't have the original.
I'm asking.
You have to give me the original Talmud. Because this is who translated this?
No, this is what I'm asking you, though. It's up to you whether or not you believe it.
But I can't remember. I don't. The Talmud. The Talmud is thousands of pages. I don't remember every page by heart.
Just so we can
stay on, original.
Brother. Just so we can stay on track. I'm asking you, do you believe what these quotes are saying? You could say yes or no.
Oh no, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, because I have to see the original.
Okay, because you just told me you believe that Christ was a bastard born from Mary.
That's what I understood.
That's what you understand?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm reading from the same quote.
Well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Listen, I think Christians out there and people out there that believe in Christ need to know what you believe.
Yeah. So you're saying she was married and she had a forbidden relationship with somebody. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
No, because I remember now thinking about it. Yeah, I think they perhaps, if I remember learning about it, they thought because her husband was away and she gave birth. So that's why. See, that's why the quote could be taken out of context.
Okay.
But that could have been an argument at the time. Was he or wasn't she?
But you don't believe it. You don't believe that she was an adulterer and Christ was a bastard.
Maybe.
He could have been a bastard.
Well, that was the question, I think, in the Talmud. I think it was a question.
I'm asking.
They took one point of the question.
What do you believe?
I don't know.
Do you believe that Christ is right now in hell, in human burning?
Why?
And human excrement?
Was that what happens?
It's in the Talmud.
Well, see, you're taking...
I'm asking you.
I don't know. That. I don't know.
He could be, according to you.
Anybody.
Right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm saying, have you ever heard about Christ being called a fool in the Sanhedrin? Have you been called a fool? at any time in the Sanhedrin?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has.
Okay.
Again, he was like today. If an Orthodox Jew decided to start a new religion or a new thing, I'll tell you what Jesus did. It was wonderful. He did it for anybody who wasn't a Jew. They needed God. There was no God. People were pagans, and Jesus came along, and Peter and Paul, hundreds of years later, they took Jesus' teachings and they made a religion for all people who were Gentiles, who aren't Jews. And I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a pity that over the centuries they used it. If you don't belong to our club, we kill you. So that's what the Christians did and the Muslims did.
So you
and this question comes from the beginning of our thing. How can you be a Jew? Or how can you be a Christian? We say, we don't missionize. You do your thing, leave us Jews alone.
Well, we're asking, do you believe these things? Do you believe Christ was a fool?
I believe he was a wayward Jew.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
if your friend, if your brother went and became did something else, would you think he's a fool?
Listen,
would you think he's a fool?
Listen, I'm going to make a statement,
okay.
And I would like to be uninterrupted while making.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Jews always like talking, so I'm sorry. It's
don't worry about it.
It's a natural habit.
Okay. Well, I'm a Jew too, and I don't mind talking either. So let me say what I have to say. All right.
We're going to really confuse the people out there.
No, that's fine. I'm glad we're having this discussion because, especially for these Christians, and I'm going to say these Christians in the United States, and I'm going to say a lot of them are ignorant to the hierarchy that's actually behind and finance theology as we know it, the dumbed down theology we have in this world. And you can't go into a Christian church, and I know because I was raised in one. You cannot go into a Christian church that will not give the Jewish people the highest respect and honor. Not because you are Jewish, because they believe you are connected with Jesus Christ. Now, they have no idea, and this is not taught in major theology within the United States, how the Jewish powers that finance Christianity really feel about Christ himself. And I'm glad I'm bringing this out. Now I want other people to hear this because they really need to know. If this is how the powers that are financing theology really feels, why would they finance Christianity? Why would they pay for the... Let me say what I'm saying. Why would they pay for the books? Why would they actually bring forth certain theologies and teachings? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because the Christian church ignorantly think that these people are the people of the book. They are taught to uphold Israel and protect Israel, and that they are the people, and the rest of the people of the earth are Gentiles. And what I was bringing forth earlier proves that that whole thing is perpetrating a fraud. It's perpetrating a serious fraud because here it is, you have all these doctrines protecting the Jewish powers when really the Jewish powers think Christ is a fool, think Christ was a bastard born from a whore. These are the things that Christians need to know so that they can make an educated decision on supporting certain doctrines and certain agendas in this earth. I really think they need to know every side. Because why? And I always go to the money because if you want to know an agenda or find an agenda, you must trace the money. People do not back something or put up financially or I would say set up something financially without an interest. Without some personal interest or vested interest in a goal they have when they put up that money. It's an investment.